So, can we talk about the fact that once you put your foot in the door, you just okay, once you dip your toes in, let's put it like that. Once you dip your toes in that little lake, you can never undo it again. And I say this for so many fucking reasons, and I really do hope y'all get the gist of it all before y'all come at me some sideways, because I am not gonna tolerate this shit. And let's put a disclaimer out here. Okay, feel how you want to feel and say what you want to say to yourself, but I'm not here for the disrespect because one, I don't tolerate shit like this. Okay, if you knew me very well, you knew what type of person I am, and you knew what I don't tolerate and what I do tolerate. And one thing I don't like is a dishonest motherfucker. What I don't like is people who keep secrets, who lies about everything, who bullshits you. And you know what really gets under my skin is being gaslighted by so many fucking peoples, and they know very well that I can see the bullshit. When I peep shit, I'm gonna bring it to your attention and I'm gonna let you know about this. And one thing I do love about myself, and I'm gonna give myself enough credit for this shit, I like to put shit at the forefront. I don't hide, I don't tiptoe around it, I don't brush nothing under the rug. I address the situation as it's being brought upon me. If anybody brings anything to my attention, I am going to take care of this and I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to pretend like nothing has ever happened. And that's what a lot of people seem to be doing. They like to pretend that nothing happens. And that's one thing I'm not going to do. You're not going to shut me up. And I don't shut up and lay down for no one. Okay, so since I do have enough time right now, this is a Saturday night. I don't go out to clubs. I don't go out to, anywhere that y'all think I might for a 36-year-old woman, because I'm not that type of girl. So guess what? I use my energy and my time doing something else. And like I say, I got time tonight, so why not? Let's just waste it on talking about this, because you know what? It's been a long time since y'all even got in a video from me like this. I say it's been almost a year since y'all gotten anything out of me, because even though I try to go back to the vlogs that I used to make, I'm going to shine a light on this situation now, because this has happened way too often. And yeah, I'm starting to be annoyed with it. Before, I didn't let it bother me because I'm like, okay, I tend to steer away from that type of shit. But now it has come to my direction. Oh, I'm going to talk about it because I see exactly what some people mean. And I'm here for the women. I'm here for what they said and how they feel. And I'm not knocking them for feeling this way. And I see it more on TikTok than I do in person. Because I told a lot of people, when you're dating in New York, don't expect for the best to come. And I might be one of those people that always wait for the other shoe to drop. And guess what? It dropped tonight. And boy, I do have this lovely story to tell y'all. Because one, who doesn't like a good story? It's like a soap opera. You can never get enough of it. So we're going to start by addressing some situations that I don't like, that gets under my skin all the time. I hate the fact that women like me go through this all the time. And I feel for women out here. I feel for a lot of women out here who try to stay on the right path, who try to be positive about shit, who tries to look on the brighter side of things. When so many shit has happened to you that was so wrong, and it makes you feel like you shouldn't have no more motivation for anything. You feel like, what's next that could go wrong? Then at the same time, we're learning how to not put it out there in the universe that something else will go wrong, or someone is trying to piss you off, or something. If you try to meet someone, what are the chances that you and this person is going to work out? What are the chances that you and this person will get along or find something in common? And this is what I've been saying to myself every freaking day for the last year, because ever since my last relationship, I learned one thing. to not wait for the other shoe to drop. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, just fine. But I do hope for the best. I do hope for the best to have great friendships, great relationships. Even if the relationship don't work out, at least we both could say we are friends. We could be cool. Some people I am very cordial with, and I do speak to on a lot of like I say, most of the weeks, like most of my week, every week, most of the week, like throughout the week, I do talk to people. I do keep in contact with them because they choose to keep in contact with me. If I fell out with somebody, we might not talk for 3 or 4 weeks, but at the end of the day, we're still talking because they don't want to see themselves without me, whether it's social wise or intimate wise. And sometimes I do feel like that with people's, but at the same time, I had to let myself know that sometimes you're going to have to cut your losses, and you're going to be like, at least you didn't fuck up. At least you know you didn't do wrong because you kept it honest, you kept it simple, and you knew exactly what to expect and what not to expect. So the one thing I never expected was something big to come out of my situations with people's. And I got my hopes up for the simple fact when somebody comes into my life and they call themselves keeping it real with me, call themselves being adults and learning how to be open and honest, and turn around and lie, turn around and something brand new pops up. It's like, this is when shit starts getting awkward. And this is what catches me off guard because I thought we was being real. I thought we was being honest. I thought we both was mature adults that we could handle a situationship or a friendship. I guess I was wrong because this person couldn't handle shit to begin with. Just like how I put it on him the night he came over here, and now he don't know how to act. And you know what's funny? Because I truly think this is funny. When a woman puts it down in the bedroom, yeah, of course that man is going to be like shook up, and of course he's going to feel some type of way about it. And when you don't know what to do after that night, what you do next? Hide. What you do? Start acting funny. And I knew from the beginning. And then here's a funny thing. I knew from the beginning after I sleep with Charles Monroe that he was going to start acting funny. He was going to start hiding. I got him so shook up to the point he starts to feel some type of way because I bet you he never had nobody as aggressive as me. He never had somebody who was upfront and outspoken. He never had nobody who was about their shit, who was the dominator. And it's funny because I meet a lot of people who is very submissive and dominating, but at the same time, it's like when you deal with me, you just became the submissive one. And when I said that, I don't mean by a man becoming a bitch or whatever. I mean that you're no longer the aggressor in the bedroom, okay? And you're no longer the aggressor when it comes to the situationship because you see how I am. I have a very domineering spirit, and I don't apologize for that. I like that because one, I carry my own. And then two, I know what I'm about and I know how I put it down in the bedroom, and I'm very confident about it. So when we spoke about this that night, I already knew how shit was going to go. And I was preparing for the worst because I've seen behaviors like that before, and it doesn't shock me. But what does shock me is acting like I don't exist after. And I was telling my friend about this twice before because I'm like, yo, this shit really does get under my skin. When you and this person, you cross that line. And once you cross that line of sleeping with that person after becoming friends, there's no going back for that. There's no recovering from that. And I don't know what was on his mind, but he was thinking one thing when it was really another. Once you cross that threshold of getting intimate with somebody, the rest is history. Now it's like you and this person have spiritual soul ties with each other. You and this person is dealing with each other on another level, so things is becoming different. And if he would have been more communicative to me about this, none of this would have been happening. The awkward feeling, the not saying shit for days, none of this would have been happening. What I'm upset about is the fact that you crossed that line with me, and now our friendship turned into a situationship that is now totally uncomfortable, and now we're at that point where we're not friends anymore because you get upset because I held you accountable for it. You get upset because I finally opened my mouth to you and spoke how I felt rather than keeping it in. But guess what? You're not going to keep me shut up for no longer. And I hate when people that's trying to have sneaky links, trying to keep the woman's mouth shut so she wanted to say nothing. But guess what? I am not one of those peoples. And I hate to break it to you, Charles Monroe, but you're not going to shut me up for nothing. And I do hope this gets out, and I do hope everybody sees the type of asshole you are and how you roll and what really goes on behind closed doors, because all the smiling, the jokes, the giggling and everything, making light of situations out in the open, you think people are going to be fooled by that? Don't blow smoke up nobody's ass. One thing about you is that you need to be fucking real rather than playing fake, because this nigga plays fake and he plays make-believe and people falls for his shit, and I see that. But I can see through the smoke and mirrors. Like, you can't blow smoke up my ass because I see through you like water. So I really do hope this does get out, and I really do hope your fucking girlfriend sees this shit, because like I say, with everything that's being done in the dark will come to light, boo-boo. And trust and believe you won't get away with this shit. Because if it's not with me, it's with somebody else. And I promise you, that right fucking person comes along just like me, and you got them, you know, open to ideas, and now you want to sit here and you play me. It's like you sit here, and you know what's funny, because I let you take up my time. I let you contact me. You think you have this status that you're some fucking celebrity, nigga. Please, you're just another nigga on the street. You sleep, eat shit, bleed the same way as anybody else out here. So you're not considered special, boo-boo. Okay? And another thing about you that I can't stand is that you like to play the part of a victim. You fake the fucking funk, and then you want to sit here and think it's okay to do what you do. Okay, no, it don't. Once you cross that line, you can never get back from it. And since niggas like you don't like to take accountability for your actions and apologize, females like me is going to hold you to that. Females like me is going to say what they need to say and put you out on the front for it, because guess what? You're not going to sit here and play me like I ain't shit and keep this under wraps, boo-boo. I have a platform too. 3 platforms. And 2, I am not just nobody. Okay, there's a lot of people out here with bigger platforms that knows me, that communicates with me and works with me. And some people are very cool with me to the point they do whatever they can for me. So don't think that you're the only one with a big platform, boo, because I have one too. And word to the wise, if you're going to start screwing your viewers, at least keep it on the low, or don't try to piss them the fuck off to the point they want to blow your ass up like I am. See what happens when you try to do me dirty? Now I'm going to do you dirty.